Now, could you say something to teenagers and young adults in this atmosphere and who are watching us online or who may watch this later, say something to them about how the world sees you and how you should hold up, yourself. Do you have a message to young adults and teenagers?
I do. Honestly, I can only talk from experience. I can only talk to you about things that myself, I know for sure, because anything else would just be what I read somewhere. Personally, what I have seen is that something must define you. I say my scars don't define me, but at the end of the day, the question becomes what does. And there's always going to be something that we identify with in this world. We're not, islands. We don't live by ourselves and only have our own opinions. We are influenced constantly by other people's opinions, by the world, what the world says that we should be, shouldn't be, what we should look like, not look like. And I feel like if we think about the world's view and how it changes constantly, we'll realize that it doesn't matter. Because what's in now is team thick, how girls, curvy girls, and just that's the look. That's what's in now, and that's great. Obviously, I'm thank God, that's great for me too. But there was a time growing up that it was all about that model, tall, statuesque, skin and bones look. That was what was into, and people were having anorexia and all these eating disorders to look like that. So the world's view will always change, and I feel like it's so dangerous to tie your identity to anything that is that easily changeable. Even what our parents think about us hardly ever change, and even them can change how they see us. And they're the most unlikely people to tell us to change how we are, because they had us and they love us unconditionally. So for me, it became, what do I want to identify with instead then? What is beyond this world? What goes beyond what this world thinks and what doesn't change? And for me, it was Jesus. It's as simple as that. Believe it or not, it might sound cliche, or, we're in church and that's the right thing to say, but I found that it's my truth, because he's literally the only opinion that does not change. It's not an opinion with him, it's facts. He doesn't see anything about you the things he sees about you are always going to be that value that you have, that he put inside you. He gave us, we were born with things that he put inside us that will never disappear, no matter how we look, no matter how old we get. You can be 5 today, 50 tomorrow, and he will still love you for that thing he put inside you. So to me, he's just the safe option. I'm not even talking about what's right. It's what gives me security. If I see myself the way God sees me, then literally nothing any human being tells me about me will ever matter. Because, it's not God. Unless God tells me, look, Kechi, you need to do something about how you, this is ridiculous how you look. That's the only person that can make me feel a type of way about myself. And I know he will never, his word is right there. He will always see value in us. So to me, if I see myself through his eyes, I'm perfectly safe. I'm free of opinions and people's judgments, and it will come. It will always be there. You can always expect, you can count on people to judge you, and whether it's positive or negative. So why tie yourself to those things? Even your friends can say hurtful things sometimes. And I'm not saying that you will never get hurt by what people say. You will. But when you the important thing is that having that thing to remind you, just reminding yourself constantly whose opinion really matters. And for me, that's where I draw all my confidence from. So I recommend it.
Amen.